crazy to know who I am, aren't you? Alright, I'll show you.
Hola homies, Spelko here with yet another Resident Evil Remake guide. This go around, I'll be covering Invisible Enemy Mode. Most people who I personally know find Invisible Enemy Mode to be the true challenge of Resident Evil Remake, but I disagree. If anything, Invisible Enemy Mode, in my opinion, is more of an endurance challenge. It's a race to the finish where familiarity will reward the player. I highly recommend that you take on this mode after many replays, because you're simply not going to have an easy time if you know jack shit about the game. Before we hop into the meat of the guide, allow me to share a few key tips that will put you on the right track. Number 1. Play as Jill if you're very inexperienced. She has lower health points than Chris, but her ability to hold more items will benefit you greatly. Number 2. Look at the map and choose your route carefully. While it is best if you make an effort to treat Invisible Enemy Mode like it's a speed run, don't be afraid to play safely. You don't have to beat this game in under an hour. Number 3. Save when you need to or if you feel ill-confident about a segment of the game. It's okay to perish or feel a need to reload a save. I'll be making recommendations in this guide of when I feel you should absolutely save, so pay attention. Number 4. Know your enemies. Understand their attack patterns, their spawn points, their sound cues, and their unfortunate ability to be completely random. You will get grabbed a lot, just be ready for it. 5. Know where items are located. In this guide, I'm going to be very minimal about what weapons and items we carry. Be ready to hoard healing items and defense items. 6. Defense items are key to success. Just watch this guide, I'll be letting you know which ones I feel are worth picking up. Alright, let's have some fun. See, just relax and play. Alright, so this is basically going to be the guide now. This is going to be kind of pretty freelance. I felt like the only way for me to actually do this properly was to find a nice balance between me commentating and actually gameplay happening. I don't know. I'm just taking kind of notes from Carcinogen here, the way he does his guides. And I felt that this is probably the best way for me to do it. So this is just the intro to the game. We're about to get to the actual gameplay. I'm skipping all the cutscenes. I do have an HD mod on to kind of upscale the graphics of the game. And I also have, what else I have on there? I also have a mod to skip all the door scenes on, and a mod that increases the resolution of the inventory graphics. And that's basically it. So we're going to get the emblem first, and essentially we are going to make our way to the first zombie. And you're going to see right away a sheer difference from the actual game in this, where the zombie will be invisible. Also want to make note that I will be pausing every once in a while to kind of explain a play-by-play of how rooms go, and you will see graphics on the screen to kind of show where zombies would be relatively to their actual locations. Again, you can't see anything, so familiarity of the game truly does matter here. Go up the stairs and come back down the stairs in order to trigger Barry. Not much really going on here. I actually will be speeding up the video at certain points to kind of gloss over like the puzzles and things like that, but I will explain how to actually figure, how to figure those things out as we go. So I want to make a point to grab as many herbs as you can. That's why I'm grabbing these herbs here. And if you notice, the zombie, the body that's usually here in the game is not. Just funny. It's just, it disappeared. It's probably just a coding thing. Okay, now I'm going to pause right here. This is important. This hall is important. Now, if you look right there in the back, you can actually see the reflection of this first zombie there. I'm using that mirror to essentially help me visualize how I should route past him. He might get grabbed. Just be ready for it. So let's let it play out. I'm going to show you how you can use reflections. Now, while you can't see zombies in the game, you can see the reflections. So look in that mirror right behind Jill. You can use that to your advantage. See? Just like that. We're going to grab the arrow here. And now this zombie is tricky. I'm going to pause again real quick. So this zombie, for some reason during this run, this guy decided to just stay there. And sometimes this actually happens whenever I'm just playing the game. And if the zombie isn't facing the mirror, like if you can't see him here in the mirror, he's just gonna stand here, and you have to kind of trigger his like aggressiveness towards Jill, like his aggro, so to speak. And that's basically what I'm trying to do here, but I'm pretty sure I failed miserably. So we're gonna see how we go. And also, quick little tip, this little Beretta clip here, if you actually pick it up when a zombie goes to lunge at you, Jill actually has invincibility frames, and you can actually kind of use that window to like pick it up, but don't, take it with you, and then run past the zombie as he lunges. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know, this guy just wasn't playing right. So we get bit here, and it's fine, dude. That's why we grab herbs. That's why we grab the herbs. Also, I think you should, when you play invisible enemy mode, make sure you always, always, always stay out of red caution. And of course, we're gonna get that dagger there. You want to stay out of red caution for a lot of reasons. Some I'll explain more so later, but also the biggest thing is that Jill moves slower, so it's harder for zombies, well, rather easier for zombies to grab her. I'm gonna pause right here because it's another kind of tough part. There are 2 zombies in this courtyard on normal difficulty. On easy, there are no zombies in this courtyard. So if you play on easy visible enemy mode, that's fine. You can still get the message from Shimikami and still get the trophy or achievement. And what I want to make clear here is that this exact line that you see me take, just try your best to take these lines, because essentially these lines that you're about to see are going to be basically the best way to avoid damage, avoid, wasting your dagger. I'm going to go ahead and speed past this part. It's just puzzle solution. A little bit, you can see me mashing right there. I wanted to have my input display on the screen because I thought it would serve as a good way for people to see like how fast you have to press buttons and shit like that. Alright, I'm gonna stay right here on that side of the gate because that's actually the best way to avoid that zombie if you can't see him. Whenever you see me walk out the door, I was probably drinking something, because I had the door scenes off, so in the middle of that, I'm like sipping or biting out of my sandwich or something, and so that's why you see Jill will walk sometimes. Like there, I'm probably taking a bite of my sandwich. We're gonna move this right here, and there's actually a dagger that you can grab. And we are gonna ignore that zombie in the previous room, because it's pointless to grab that dagger, because the chances of you actually being able to dodge him, it's whatever. You're gonna get grabbed. I don't know why I'm running a zigzag motion there. There's no enemies present. We're gonna go through this door. There's the chemicals in here and some herbs. Pick everything up. You're gonna hear the dogs kind of running around a little bit, but for some reason they don't actually hop over the gate unless you trigger them a certain way. That being said, don't be afraid of this area. It's mostly safe. As long as you're in and out very quickly here, giggity, you will be just fine. So grab these herbs, mix them, do whatever you gotta do. You hear them panting and running around, but they're pretty harmless. Okay, so in here, there's a zombie in a bathtub. There's a dagger. Jill automatically kills this zombie. Chris does not. So it's really good for Jill to just come in and grab this dagger and leave. You want to get as many daggers and battery packs you need for your defense items. Truly, truly helpful. We are going to grab the shotgun. I'll tell you why. So in here, there's a dagger, and I'm going to grab the shotgun off the wall. The reason why I'm going to grab the shotgun, because it's really easy. It's a lot easier to kill the dogs in the balcony, but, taking minimal damage, especially if both of them appear at you at once. And I will talk more about that later. You do have to kind of interact with these doors and in order to really trigger Barry. It's actually possible to die here, which is kind of funny. Oh, went the wrong way. What am I doing? What am I doing, Belko? Tisk tisk. Okay, so I'm gonna go up these stairs, and there's a reason why. So let me pause real quick. because this is a good camera angle. Now, right here on his right side in front of his door, there's a zombie here. These stairs will keep you safe from being grabbed and bitten by a zombie. Now, the zombie still might actually just throw up on you, and that's fine because you actually take far less damage from that than you would getting grabbed and bitten by the zombie. Hence why it's a pretty good trade-off. Zombies cannot grab you on stairs in this game. Don't know why that is. Probably just to deal with coding. But altogether, it is a very safe strat. And if you just follow exactly what I do here, you'll be fine. So let's watch and see. And you're going to see the zombie like vomit eventually. If you listen closely, you hear the footsteps. You gotta tell when he's on the stairs too. And also, he's okay, this is important. Let me pause again. You might have noticed, let me actually go, no, I'm not gonna go back. But you might have noticed in that second, if you go back, you see that it looks like I was hitting an invisible wall. That was me hitting the zombie. Zombies, of course, still have collision. Enemies have collision. So you kind of also can tell where enemies are if you like run into a weird like force field. So let's continue. I'm going in the save room for a reason, actually. It's to put up the Beretta and the handgun and the knife. And I'm just keeping everything else. Oh yeah, I'm putting the chemical plants up. The chemical for the plants up for a reason. I'm moving up ink ribbons, just, you know, inventory shit. I like to have all my like healing items in one spot. So you saw how I did that where I faced Jill forward and went straight. That's a line. Okay, this is important right here too. So I'm gonna pause because this is also important. There is a zombie right here in front of Jill, like in between this little small hallway, and there's a zombie here to the left of Jill. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to hit this corner. You're gonna hear the zombie lunge. So I'm actually gonna turn the volume up a little bit of the game so you can hear that lunge. That sound cue that lets you know that the zombie lunged at me. Because if you kind of stay on this like wooden banister here, this corner, basically the zombie tries to like grab you to the wall, but obviously it cannot grab Jill. So you're gonna hear the zombie lunge, and I'm gonna run right past him. You hear that little sound, that weird, that's the lunge sound. Whenever you hear that, just run and bank for that door. And this room, I'm also gonna pause to kind of give you a play here. I'm purposely running straight at this door. There's a zombie right here to the right that's facing towards his wall. As long as you do exactly what I do here, just curve right around him here, that zombie will not grab you. Now, if you're in caution, the zombie will grab you, hence why you want to stay in good health. Grabbing a dog whistle and the lighter. Jill needs both in order to beat the game. So, the zombie is still here, running past him there. Now, there's a zombie coming up. I'm pausing again. And what's happening here is, let me get to the next camera angle. The zombie is just somewhere right here in his vicinity. So you're going to see me run in a weird zigzag motion because I'm going to just try to avoid him. This zombie is really hard to dodge. And if you can't see him, it's just way harder than it actually is if you can see him. So that's what's happening here. On easy mode, there are no zombies in this hallway. So have fun. Of course, I got grabbed and you see me mash very quickly. I took the bite here because I was in good health. And I'll actually explain that. So basically, I'll purposely just take bites. I'm getting acid rounds from Barry here. So let me actually pause right here. So I don't want to have a black screen. All right. So I think it's important to take bites sometimes. And part of it is because there are certain rooms where you will interact with zombies more often than you would in other areas. Because if you're never going to go to a room again, it's safer to stab the zombie and it might kill that zombie. That way, that zombie will become a Crimson Head eventually. You will never go back to that room. So whatever, who cares if that zombie becomes a Crimson Head? You come back to this hallway plenty of times throughout the run. And because of that, I just take the bite so that that zombie does not become a Crimson Head over time. Speed it up a little bit here so I can get to the next big area. Now, there actually is a zombie on this second floor balcony, but as long as you stay on this side of the room, you never have to worry about him. All right, dog whistle time. So this is fun. Basically, I'm going to use a dog whistle, grab the shotgun. And the reason why is because the dogs have a tendency sometimes. I'm going to pause again. Sorry about that. I have to pause because you cannot see the enemies and I have to draw on the screen. So the dogs are going to come around this corner and you're actually going to be able to see the one with the collar. You're going to see the collar around its neck. It's going to be floating in midair. Sometimes both dogs come, so I grab the shotgun. That way I'm able to hit both of them if they do both try to jump me at once. That's why I think it's important to have the shotgun here and save a dagger. And there's a reason why, because there's herbs here anyway next to Jill that she can use to heal. So let's move on. You're going to see him coming. There he is. Now, you want to listen. You can sometimes hear the other dog coming. You hear him barking. I would choose to run out the door here, and the reason why, because if you run out the door here, it resets the room, and you can come back and heal safely. And I'm keeping the shotgun equipped because I'm about to use it again, so whatever. Hear him panting and running at me? There is a zombie on these stairs right now, but you don't have to worry about him. And there's a zombie right here. Let me pause. I'm trying to dodge him and listen for that lunge sound. I don't think I'm successful here, but this is one of the zombies that is troubling. And I don't want this zombie to die because you come through this hall a lot. Oh, you heard that? That was the lunge, that little... That's what I was doing there. You can see the zombie right there. Now, there's an herb right here. I always grab it for this crimson head in case I get hit by him. And you're going to hear it rise. I'm going to turn around, aim up, and hopefully get a headshot. And if you get a headshot, great. You will always be able to tell. That's what that looks like. But if you don't, well, that sucks. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to speed through this. It's just a puzzle. Who cares? Alright, this insane yellow murder hall. We're going to try to dodge these zombies. I don't think I get this one. There he is. I got the lunge. So you can look in the mirror. You see I get the lunge. That's what I've been using. I use the mirrors here so I can try to lunge. Not as this zombie's deciding to behave, but I still get grabbed by him anyway. What a butthole. And again, I don't want to kill these zombies because you go through this hallway a lot and they will become crimson heads. You really want to pick and choose which zombies you kill in this mode. And honestly, the mansion's the hardest part of the game. So we're gonna make a detour and go ahead and grab the bazooka from Forrest. Now Forrest is dead. There's also a dagger out here, which is also why I love coming out here. We're gonna look at that nice little plant. That happens when you keep mashing buttons, guys. That's what happens. There we go. Grenade launcher time. We're going to use the grenade launcher quite a bit, actually. Alright, so now we're going to do the Richard serum run. And I'm going to kind of speed through it a little bit. I think right there, I was like, wait, I forgot if I had to do something. I was like, oh, let me turn around. So this part is basically the same as you would normally continue. So I'm kind of speed through this part a little bit. All right, so this area is important. Let me pause real quick because it's really important. Okay, so the zombie is still to the right of this area, and the other zombie is still downstairs, kind of like around the stairs. Now you hear that one guy coming to the door. That's going to change the way these zombies spawn now. And it's really important that you know that because you have to be aware of that. So I'm going to explain what I do as I come back. So let's continue. So you saw how I was struggling to get past the invisible zombie there. It's fine if he vomits. Like I said, it's way less damage. But we're going to go ahead and put the acid rounds up. We're not going to need it for now. And the lighter we're going to need in a second. We need a serum. I think I do heal right here. Do I? No, I don't. Man, I'm ballsy motherfucker. Holy shit. Up the stairs. Now, this is a zombie that This zombie now spawns right around by this window. Sometimes he can be here to the right. He's kind of in this weird zone right here in front of Jill. I'm going to try my best to get around him. If we're lucky, usually he's facing the wall. We could run past him while he misses us. Oh, nope, he grabbed me. But the cool thing when you stab a zombie in the head with a dagger, you can see where they are now. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to use the herbs outside to heal. The dogs actually despawn. So it's nice and safe to come here and chill. Run back to Richard. There's really no threats coming until after Richard. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this section up too. Alright, so we just healed Richard. And I'm going to go ahead and grab these green herbs. Oh, I should make a point to also mention that you always want to have at least one space open for key items. Keep that in mind. You always want to have a space open for key items. There's a zombie coming. You listen to its footsteps, you can kind of have an idea of how close it is to Jill. It's going to vomit on me. Yeah, there we go. That's why we use the stairs, because they can't grab you on stairs. This part sucks. And honestly, use as many daggers as you need for this section. Honestly, I should have just used a grenade launcher to kill one of these guys, but it's fine. Use as many daggers as you need. Because the other guy is coming in there now, and I mean, I can't see what direction he's coming from now. That part sucks. Getting bit from the back hurts, hurts. You gotta hurry up here, because that guy right there can lunge at you and grab you. And thankfully, those zombies stay in there, so you never have to see him again. Run past Richard, and I think we're gonna go play the piano and do the chemicals and stuff like that. We're gonna head to the save room and pick up the chemicals. Pretty sure that's what I did. Again, watch for that zombie here. It's somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah, that's right. We can put the lighter away and also the sword key away, which is pretty good. You never need to see the sword key in anymore. And we don't need a lighter at all. I just find it pointless to burn zombies in this mode. I really do. Because even when they land, you gotta look for their blood pool and just hope that, you actually did kill them. I think right there, I thought for a second, like, wait, do I need the sword key? But yeah, you don't need the sword key anymore at this point. There's only one more door that uses it, and you never gotta go in there. The zombie appears somewhere right here. Little, like, this is one of those zombies that's troublesome. It's just in that vicinity. You just gotta know. I do go in here for a reason, to grab the battery pack. And then there's also ink ribbons here if you think you need them. So just grab them if you want them. I'm just showing them off. I don't grab them myself. I'm just showing you that they're there. I'm just skilled enough to, like, know what to do. And I know some of y'all probably won't have as much experience. So really just play safe. These zombies are invisible, of course. They're going to bust through those windows whenever you grab the mask. We're going to put the chemical in there. Make sure you select red. And make sure you grab as many green herbs as you need here. Grab as many as you need. You got a whole garden. If you feel like you have to grab these herbs, run to a save box, an item box, and stock up, by all means do it. But if you have enough space and you can just combine them, that's basically what I do here. But you always need a space. Make sure you have a space open at all times. Get all that green, baby. All that green. Normally, I don't suggest that you combine 2 green herbs to heal, but in this mode, you just really want to stay in fine as much as you can. So it's like, whatever. You're going to have enough green herbs, trust me. You're going to have way more than enough healing items. Zombie's gonna bust through. Make sure you hug that wall right there so they don't block you. And you don't need to go into Keeper's room. Don't do it. So, alright. This camera angle is perfect, so I'm gonna pause. The zombie is in this area, kind of, and he is facing towards the camera, meaning that Joe's gonna get grabbed from the front if you miss the ability, sorry, if you miss the opportunity rather to dodge him properly. So because of that, just try your best. And I think it's okay if you kill this guy, because once you get the gold emblem from the piano, then you never have to come back to this hall again. I just went for it. It's whatever. It's the piano section. I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. And try to keep in mind like how many defensive items you have remaining. Always look at your count. So when you come back out, the zombie is actually facing, since the zombie is now still facing towards the camera, like towards the end of the hall, you can actually just run past him and he can't grab you. He won't grab you. If you're fast enough, you can run past any zombie that's turned around. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and encounter Yawn. Yawn is pretty easy, actually. If you do exactly what I do here with Richard, you will never get bit. So just do exactly as I do. As you see, follow the line. Just do it. Just mimic it. Trust me, you will not get bit as long as you do exactly what I do here. Because what happens is that during this cutscene that plays, Joe is facing the snake. So if you just hold up straight, you run around him like this, grab the mask, circle around, you're at the door. And thankfully, you can actually kind of see the snake, so that's kind of cool. And rest in peace, Richard. There's a zombie that spawns here, so that's why I'm going that way. So, as long as you go that little route that I just did, you won't get hit by that zombie. This zombie, though, is an asshole. Just know he's always there. This puzzle was really simple. Just push the knights in this right order as I do, and you're good. Just run just like this. You won't get grabbed by those zombies. Run straight just like this, and that zombie that's there will not grab you. Run down the stairs, and I would avoid going into this save room for now, and you'll see why later. We'll pick those items up later. We don't need them right now, because we're going to be using the V-Jolt for the plant, so we don't need the incendiary rounds. Lord, I cannot speak. Oh, right. I forgot. I have the mod here. Listen. There's music that plays. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, there's a mod that there's actually music that's missing from the game. That's a bug in the game. And that song was supposed to play. So I have a mod that patches that bug. All you gotta do here is put the mask in order, and this is also where I make my first save. So if you just put the mask in, you can just go ahead and leave and go and save. And that's what I recommend you do, because this fight is a son of a bitch. So we're gonna go ahead and speed past this part until I get to the save area. I repeat, do not encounter the Crimson Head yet. Run and save. Please, for the love of God, do it here. It's very dangerous. This is such a risky part of the game. I think I did it pretty well here. My first attempt, I actually died, which is kind of funny, because I don't know. I guess just I messed up. Whatever. I died. And I couldn't see the crimson head anymore, and he killed me. So this is where I save. Pick up the ink ribbon right here off the table. Just save. Funnily enough, this is actually the worst place in the game to save, in my opinion at least. But in invisible enemy mode, it comes in pretty clutch. So it's a nice short, sprint back to the graveyard. That's what we're gonna do. So let me speed it up. Let me get to the Crimson Elder. I'm gonna pause when I get there and explain what to do. The best way I feel to encounter him. Okay, so you saw that I equipped the grenade launcher. Go ahead and do that. Equip the grenade launcher and let this cutscene play. And we pause right here, because why not? So he's going to disappear. You can't see him. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of angle Jill a specific way and do a 180 turn. I'm going to aim at his vicinity, I guess, at where I know he usually is. He's very consistent about where he spawns. So as long as you just do a 180 turn and aim the way that you're about to see me do, just unload grenade launcher rounds until you see the camera angle change. That's how you know when he's dead. And it might take all 6 rounds. It might just take 3. Just unload it. And if you just didn't beat him, just reset and do it again. That's the best way. This is the best way I think to go about this. Just keep shooting. See, I got him in 3 rounds here. Whenever you see the camera angle change like that, that means you killed him. And that's basically the best way I think to do it. It could be a lot more challenging, so just keep trying. You will get it. Just do exactly what I did, and you're gonna be fine. But it's very easy to fuck up and very easy to die there. So please be careful. Now, coming up actually is a zombie. The last zombie at the mansion. It's really hard to dodge. I'm not sure if I let him bite me or not. I think I do because I'm like running low on defense items, which is fine because sometimes that happens. If you run out or run low, just have healing items on you. Get bit, run past. Don't freak out. Don't panic. This dog will never attack you if you go straight to this little device and just put the sentimental object in place. Dog will never catch up with you. So right here, I'm going to grab the battery pack that's hidden right there. I'm going to grab the first aid spray. We're going to head to Lisa's cabin. There's not really much for me to explain until we get there, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Alright, we're here in a cabin, so I'm going to go ahead and explain how I go about this. Just run past the bitch. I mean, if she hits you, she hits you. If you have the healing items, just heal. She does hit pretty hard. She will knock Jill down into like red caution most times, which is pretty bad. Especially if you've gotten bit once already before you came here. Just make sure you grab the crank, and upon leaving, Lisa's gonna turn invisible, and you just gotta do your best. If you don't get hit by her, good for you. If you do, just try to, run past her and heal immediately. And then just run straight at the cabin. And that's basically it. Lisa's stuff is more interesting later on in the game. When we get to the underground caves. And I'll explain what it is. And then her boss fight is probably something that I'll kind of explain in better detail when we get there as well. But yeah, just run past her, dude. She hits you, she hits you. It's like, whatever. Try not to do what I did there and like actually try to escape first before you heal. Now, there's a zombie that spawns out here. I'm going to pause when I get to that camera angle. I'm going to tell you right, hold on, here. So there's a zombie that's right here, which is why I'm going around this tree on this side. As long as you stay around this tree, you won't get grabbed by a zombie there. And that's it. I'm sorry if I sound a little off. I actually had COVID, so my voice might sound a little weird and I might sound a little sniffly. So, but I'm doing well. I'm fine. I'm healing. We good. We in there. Nothing really interesting here until the dogs in the courtyard, so I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up. Alright, I'm gonna pause right away. Hold on. Should have paused sooner, but that's fine. So that before the radio cutscene happens, the dogs are not spawned in yet. The dogs spawn in after that radio cutscene. So they're not gonna really be aggroed at this point until you kind of run past them. Now I think I actually stopped and grabbed the green herb here because I didn't hear the dogs get aggravated. If the dogs start running and get aggro, ignore this green herb and just run past the dogs. But if not, then you're usually pretty safe to grab this herb right here and, just run past as much as you can. And there's 3 dogs in this courtyard on normal mode, and you're actually able to see the reflection. I'm going to go ahead and unpause, and I'm going to pause whenever you can see the dog's reflections. Where is it at? Hold on. You actually kind of see their drool at their mouths. If you look closely, you can actually see the dogs a little bit. And that one lunged at me before I got to the gate, which is hilarious. Which actually is pretty consistent. It actually does happen in like my usual speed runs. It's kind of funny that it happened while I was playing Visible Enemy mode. And then the rest of this is pretty simple. There's no dogs yet, only when you return to the mansion. And then there's like poisonous snakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed past this part until I get to the dorms. Okay, I do stop and grab this red herb here, and I just combine this green and red herb together, which is nice. I do it later, I'm pretty sure. Snakes do fall right here, but it's like, whatever, who cares? You don't just run, they'll never reach you. Now we are in the dorms, and the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is combine these herbs. I'm going to head to the red book, and this part's a little weird, so let me pause right here. So right above this door where Joe is, there's a spider on the ceiling that crawls on the door and blocks it, and then eventually crawls on the ground. So what you're seeing me do is kind of maneuver around it because I know it's there. And there's multiple spiders in this room, but the only one that's like an issue is the one by the door. So I'm going to go ahead down and grab, pretty sure I grabbed the green case with the healing item in it. And I grabbed the red book. Yeah, I grabbed both of these things. The first aid box has a green and blue herb in there in case you get poisoned. So watch, you're going to see me I'm going to pause right here. You're going to see me kind of have a weird motion where I like wrap around an invisible enemy. That's because the spider is there and I am running around him. Exactly what I'm doing there. I'm going straight for the door. Now, I do push this box because I don't want to take unnecessary damage. I don't want to waste my healing items. If you don't push this box and you run straight, you can grab at a tentacle and you got to mash out of it. But just block the hole and climb up. Be safe. Don't be silly. Be a silly guy. Or goose or girl or they, them, non-binary, whoever you are. Don't be a silly person. And basically, we're just going to trigger the berry cutscene. And we're going to go ahead in the bathroom and grab the key that we need to go back to the other room. Now, when you go into this bathroom, a zombie does spawn. I'm going to actually talk a little bit about this zombie. I don't kill this zombie, and there's a reason why. Let me pause right here. So, to the left of Joe is a zombie that is facing the opposite way. So, I'm going to run out the door, and you're going to see me maneuver around him as we come back to this area. Or try to. He's very difficult to deal with, but it's important to not kill him until you do V-Jolt. Because I find that he becomes a Crimson Head rather quickly if you like advance too far into the game, and he will like trigger as a Crimson Head. Go ahead, discard the key, or go into the bathroom. So his body's gonna disappear while after the water drains. Just run straight out the bathroom, leave, and go out. You never gotta see these motherfuckers again. Goodbye, zombies. And then we're gonna head back to where Barry was, and we were gonna go downstairs and face the sharks. Yay. And you're gonna hear me talk a little bit about the zombie that you're about to encounter again. I'm gonna go ahead and pause again when I reach him and kind of explain what it is about him, why it's difficult. Pause right here. The zombie is directly in front of Jill, and it's facing the opposite direction, so it will do a 180 turn and try to lunge at Jill. But the problem is that it's really hard to maneuver around him normally in the actual game, even if you can see the zombie. So you're gonna kind of see me. Looks like I'm dealing with a visible force, force here that's pushing against Jill, and it basically, pretty sure he grabs me, but I try my best to get out of it. Oh, he didn't grab me there, good. But you heard him kind of make that high-pitched noise. That's that lunge sound. I messed up here. Try to make sure you don't do this. Make sure you push it quickly and go down the stairs, because he can catch up and he will grab you. Now we're about to face the sharks. This part's boring. Just gotta push the boxes in the water. Make sure you grab the green arrow before that you go into the shark area. And I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this up because this part is just it's just boxes. All right, the boring part is over. So we're gonna grab this green herb, and there's a reason why. There's a huge chance you're gonna get bit by these sharks, and sometimes you can get attacked more than once. That's why I have the healing items here, because they do heavy damage to you. You can actually see the sharks swimming around. Like you can see like the water movements right there at the bubbles. Just try your best. Just do exactly here and just try your best. Like you're already gonna get bit or you're not. You can't decide. They will for you. That's all there really is to that section. And we're gonna leave and we're gonna do this puzzle. Now this puzzle is a timed puzzle, and it's important that you do get it on time. And if you fail, you get a game over. But if you are watching this guide and do exactly what I do, then you will not die. You should actually be able to do this puzzle with 30%, I believe, remaining. So we're gonna go ahead and release the safety measure there. Gonna try to pull down the shutters, but the pressure is not released, unfortunately. So it's stuck. And now I'm gonna check to see the number of valve I have to open. Valve 2 in my file. It's gonna be different for you. It's random every time. It's number 2 for me, so I'm gonna open that valve, and then I'm gonna go release the safety lock again right here to the right of Jill. And then I'm gonna use the shutter again, drain the water, and that's it. Just do it just like that. No need to worry at all. If you feel the need to save before this section, just do it. Be safe. And like I said, just grab as many healing items as you can. So that's why I'm gonna grab the little green case on the way out. On the way out. Don't do that. That's the wrong way. We have to actually go to Neptune, which is the name of the big old shark. And what's funny here is that you will run into the sharks a little bit. Like you can kind of see where they're flopping. That's what that is. And Neptune's very big, so try to stay on this side of the area so you can wrap around him. He is there, you just can't see him. Go up this thing and just electrocute him the way you would normally. There is a speedrun technique where you don't have to do that, but just don't do it. Don't risk it. Just be safe. Just do exactly what I do, and you will be fine. And you do have to wrap around them a certain way in order to get the key. It's pretty obnoxious, but it is what it is. I guess I just decided to open that case right there. I don't know. Alright, so climbing this ladder, the zombie is now a real threat. I just try my best. And I think I just take the bite here because I am going to use V-Jolt. But I have plenty of healing items, so it's like whatever. Just take the bite, heal, and leave. And now what I'm basically going to do is essentially kill the bees. Well, hornets rather, which is... They're unfortunately, we have to because they're deadly and full of the T-virus. But are not good for the environment. But we're gonna kill these unfortunate poor little soul creatures. I love bees, so it's hard for me to want to kill them. And then basically just do what you gotta do when you play the game. Use the spray and you'll get the key, and then I'm gonna put the red book and do that puzzle, but I'm not going to go fight Plant 42 yet. So I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because I feel like this is just stuff that you might already know. Alright, so now we're going to go make V-Jolt. And so the solution to the door where V-Jolt is... Oh, I did got this red herb. Okay. Now the solution to the door is 3 numbers that it can only be, but the solution is random every time you play the game. So the numbers that you want to use are 5, 6, and 3. And on your file, it's going to be some combination in those numbers. For me, it looks like I just kind of struggled at first. I think I actually forgot that the solution was random. So yeah, as long as you just know 5, 6, 3, 3, 6, 5, whatever it is, you want to look at it in any order you want. You just have to try to put it in the right combination, and just if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Just keep trying till you do. It's going to be a combination of just 3 numbers, and that's going to be the solution. It's random every single time. I eventually got it. So we're going to make V-Jolt. And basically what you need to do is there's a solution on that wall that you have to follow. And what we're going to do, I only grabbed 3 bottles, and you just have to make it in the right order. The water is considered a value of 1. Then you have the chemical 3 and then the number 6. And essentially you have to combine them all until you get to 20. If you mess up, you will create poisonous gas, and you have to leave the room and come back in. So just follow the solution on the wall, or just do what I do here, and you'll be fine. So you mix a 1 with 3 to make 4, mix 4 with 6 to make 10, and then you want to mix 6 with 1 to make 7, and then combine 7 with 10, combine 17 that you will have now with the number 3, and you will have 20. That's all you gotta do. It's funny now looking at this puzzle because I study chemistry. I'm a science major, and I study chemistry. So it's funny to see the level of chemistry being implemented, but like, you know, it's like it's not that easy. But yeah, that zombie, again, giving me trouble. I don't know why I didn't use my defense item there. Feel free to do it if you want. Like I said, you can choose whether when you get bit and heal, or use defense item and get away. And basically we're going to go to the roots the root of the problem, like Barry said. Or I think it was Chris. No, it was one. Yeah, I think it was Chris that said it. And the original Resident Evil game. Looks like we got to the root of the problem to Rebecca. But that's basically what we're doing here. We're gonna go find a root. And we're gonna use the chemical to poison it and kill it. And that will allow us to bypass the boss fight that you don't want to do because the Plant 42 is invisible and it's annoying as all hell because the tentacles are invisible and you can't see when he swipes at you, when he grabs you, and all that kind of stuff. So just make V-Jolt and have a easier life. So basically, we're going to backtrack now to the Plant 42 room. So I'm going to speed this up. I really should have killed this zombie on my way here. Whatever. Who cares? That's the choice I made. I forgot. I was like, wait, which one's the red and green? You know, I had to make sure that's what I did there. So now we're going to head to Plant 42. And as you're going to see, Barry's going to kill it for us. And then we're going to return to the mansion. So I'm just going to speed it up right here. And we're, oh yeah, don't forget, we're also going to grab the mansion key, the helmet key. That's basically all there is here. And we're going to encounter Wesker on the way out. And then grab blue herbs on the way out too. And I would also recommend that you save before you leave here. So let me speed up till I get to the save room. All right, so why am I saving here? Okay, let me explain. I'm gonna grab the battery pack and I'm gonna grab the ink ribbon and save now. The reason why I'm gonna save is because on the way back to the mansion, we're gonna encounter hunters. And there are these two problematic hunters on the stairway. We get there, kind of explain why they're really problematic, but they're very scary and they can stun lock you and kill you really easily. So it's really important that you save right here, right now, in case you fuck this up. Yes, grab these blue herbs. Please grab these blue herbs. Explain why. So on your way back, snakes are going to fall out of these trees. And if they bite you, you get poisoned. Now, I usually use a visual cue to dodge the snakes when I play the game. But for me personally, it's very difficult to not be able to see the enemies. Now, dogs do spawn here. But, yeah. They just run to the elevator. You'll be fine. This is where the part that's problematic. You hear the snakes. You can't see them. They're here. And one does bite me. And I get poisoned. And so that's why you grab a blue herb. Because if you get poisoned, you're going to want to heal immediately. So just make sure you get away from that area. Because the snakes only stay up there. And then you heal. And then run back to the mansion. Try your best to dodge these dogs. Just, you know, look at the water on the ground and look at the reflections, and you can also see like their spit coming out their mouth, their drool. I'm gonna grab the battery pack. I'm gonna grab, I think, the grenade rounds here and the first aid spray. Just take it. Do exactly as I do. All right. So here are the hunters. The first hunter in the game we're going to run away from and go to the door. We pause right here immediately because this is important. Do exactly what I do here. Run around in this kind of weird, obtuse circle. Just run to the save room immediately, okay? Do not encounter the hunter right now. Go into the save room immediately. And as long as you follow this line that I'm about to take, you will not get hit by this hunter. Just like that. Now, we're going to put some things up. We're going to kick these motherfuckers' asses. I'm just grabbing stuff because we're about to fight a boss soon. And again, like I said, you want to be healthy at all times now. But the reason why you want to stay in fine, because whenever you're in like red caution, I think, or even orange caution, the hunters have a chance to do a one-hit KO move that will kill you instantly. So I aim immediately and shoot, and I just kind of know where they are from experience. Now, you're going to hear me pause again. You're going to hear that lunge, and that second hunter that's on top is going to hit the ground. And basically, when he does, you're going to shoot. You're going to back up and shoot immediately until like you can confirm that they're dead. If you know the death sounds of the hunters, that does really help you here because it gives you a nice cue of when to run to where you need to go. But for the most part, just play it safe and shoot these motherfuckers into oblivion. Don't use the acid rounds on them because they're better for the snake. So here, actually, let me replay that section because it's really important that you hear the sounds of them. So let's do that. I want you to hear the sounds of the hunters. All right, just please listen. Please listen. You heard that? That little like shrilly shriek that he made? And you hear the impact of when he lands, that's how you know he hopped over and he's going to be kind of in front of Joe. Exactly like this. It's very consistent if you do it this way. This is how you want to take him down. This is probably the scariest part of the game in terms of like trying to like survive and get past these guys. So just waste them. Waste these motherfuckers. And you should be good. And those are the only hunters that you should actually have to kill in the entire game. So I'm going to speed past this part until I get to the underground because it's just a little puzzle solution coming up. Oh, and don't forget to grab the dagger that's right here. Make sure you grab it. So we're going to go down into like the underground, like the basement of the mansion. And what's going to happen is that what's basically going to happen is that you're going to encounter 3 spiders. And if you just run past them, they won't bother you. The AI for the spiders in this game are pretty bad, in my opinion. As long as you just run straight. Now, this is part important. Let me actually right here. Okay, saw what I did there. The way I ran around this area, I'm drawing it right here on the screen, sort of for you. The spider is right here. So as long as you just kind of hug this wall, you increase your chances of not getting hit or poisoned by it. So just keep that in mind. There's 2 zombies in here. I don't know why I try to grab this red herb. But there's a blue herb there in case you get poisoned by the spiders. Now, let me explain something right here. Let me grab this dagger that's right there on the ground. Look closely to the left. You can see the reflection of the zombie right here. That's to the left of Jill. There is another zombie that is up front here in front of Jill. There's a little spot that's right here. And for some reason, the game considers that a stair. And what did I explain about stairs? Zombies cannot grab you on stairs. So for some reason, this part of the game kind of scares you. Just sit right here in this very area, and they will just throw up on you, and you can just run past them. And you see me how here. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna pause. Whenever camera angle goes back, I'm gonna hit the fuse. Now, on my way in here, you saw that Jill, I hugged that wall, went past these barrels. The zombie that's right here is usually in this vicinity. And so you usually have enough space to kind of hug this section of the wall, hit the barrels, and then kind of dart around it like that. And it's a little tricky, but that's what happens. I just let him grab me because whatever. I have the defense items. I'm gonna grab the dagger that's right here, and I'm gonna just run straight to the elevator because it's really hard to tell if the zombie is gonna grab you or not. Like there's a zombie right there, so just run, use a defense item. We're gonna go up the elevator now, and we're gonna go into the room to get the battery that we need for the elevator in the courtyard. I'm gonna pick up some stuff too. Let me pause real quick right here. There is a zombie in this kind of general area, and I'm pretty sure he's like facing the door. So if you just hug this left side of the wall and go straight to that door, you won't get hit by the zombie. And in here, I'm going to basically grab everything. And you'll see, I'm going to grab the battery pack for the taser. I'm going to grab the battery for the elevator in the courtyard. And also these acid rounds that are right here. And the reason why I say that I want you to know where the acid rounds are, because the snake is weak to it, and the hunters are weak to it as well. So if you feel like you gotta kill some hunters, at least you got some good ammo for it. We're gonna deal with these dumb idiots again. Like I said, these zombies in this hall are difficult. But if you feel like you can kill them here, just kill them. Because you're never gonna come back in this hallway ever again after the snake fight. I wasn't sure where that guy was, so I just took a chance. A lot of this is just blind fate. Take leaps of faith. You don't get bit. You don't get bit. So now we're going to go past this puzzle room area from earlier, and we're going to fight the snake. So the snake is weird because it can lunge at you in the beginning and cause damage, which I think it actually does damage me here. So whenever the snake spawns, I just aim and shoot it 3 times, and then I 180 turn, climb down the ladder. And he did hit me here, which usually doesn't happen, but it's fine. It sometimes does happen. I should have did pump canceling, but I'm not going to get into that. Now you can see like where the snake is going with that smoke trail. And what I do when I climb down the ladder, I'm going to pause right here, of course. The snake's going to wrap around this banister. You can kind of see its trail. Just going to aim in this general direction, like a cone shape here. And I'm just going to shoot the snake a few more times, and it's going to kill it. Easy peasy. Acid rounds are amazing for it. Just make sure you grab this blue book, and make sure you have the space for it too. If you feel like you want to go up and grab those herbs and heal first, and then come down and grab it, do that as well. I don't know what I was doing. Just grab the book. Grab the book, Joe. Get it and leave. Alright, as long as you do, just go straight to that door, that zombie won't grab you. So you're good. And I'm going to go ahead and use the mansion key here, I think, first. But I'm going to go downstairs to the save room and put some things up. Now, the hunters that break through these windows, they don't spawn unless you grab the yellow gem, which we're never going to grab because we're getting the bad ending, baby. So yeah, I'm going to put the books up. We need the cranks. We got to keep the crank. We need the battery for sure. Just keep the other things, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the red gem, basically. And that's it. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me rewind that just a little bit. I should have mentioned this part. Okay. So there's a hunter here. Just run and he will never hit you. Just do exactly what I did, stay on the left side and run past it. Totally forgot about that. And we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna get the box for the red gem in that cool little mirror room. And what's actually pretty cool is that there's a zombie in there, but there's a big mirror, so you actually see the zombie's reflection. And as long as you just pay attention to that and grab the dagger on the ground and the box and whatnot, like it's pretty easy to maneuver around him. Thankfully, you can actually see him, so that's pretty good. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this box. I have a pretty bad habit of solving this box in this room with the zombie behind me. Because, like, what if I forget the zombie's behind me when I finish the puzzle? And I'm like, oh shit, and he grabs me. I should really start leaving the room first or doing the box puzzle in front of the door when you have to use the key to open it. Hopefully you don't struggle as much as I did just now. It's a pretty simple puzzle. It's funny because the GameCube version, this puzzle was like kind of randomized, but the HD release of this game, it's always consistent. So we're gonna go to the graveyard. Part of that is because no enemies spawn here anymore at this point in the game, and it's just safer to go and a lot faster. So don't forget that when we leave this room right here, the painting room, there's gonna be a hunter near the door that leaves that goes out to the outside. So we're gonna just run straight to this door and ignore that hunter. And we're gonna turn this light on, and we're gonna grab the object that we need. You can actually do this later when you come back after the caverns. I like to do it sooner than not because it's really easy to forget that that's there. So that's important that I actually ran back to this door. And the reason why I did that because it resets the position of that hunter that's right there, and it's easier to just kind of reset the room and go out the back door like that. So that's why I actually went into the painting gallery. Just to reset the position of a hunter, because he has different spawning locations depending on where he is. Good luck here in a Courtyard with these dogs. That's all I can really tell you at this point in the game. It's pointless to kill them. Just go. I don't know what I was doing. So don't do what I did here. Okay. Make sure you grab blue herbs before you come back out. Or at least one of the other blue herbs, because it's really easy to get poisoned right here. In fact, I do get poisoned right here. See that? This is how you not play the game. Because I totally forgot to grab a blue herb, and I was like, oh shit. Actually, I think I had a blue herb mix. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. So we're going to put the battery in there. The dogs are here. Just know that they're there. There should be, I think, 1 or 2 dogs in this area. You might get bit, you might not. Just run right there, put the battery up, and hope for the best. Now, when you're running past this invisible dog that's right here, okay. See, I got bit, but it's really hard to kind of determine like how I should run if I can't see like where the dog is gonna be going. So it does bite me right here. And the best way to get past him is just run past and do a zigzag motion. Okay, so I ran out to this door, reset the room, grabbed the blue herb. Okay, that's what I did here. At least you get to see different strategies that are being implemented for this mode. That's kind of what you do. You kind of just have to do this sometimes. Because if you are familiar with the spawn, where enemies spawn in the game, then you can just kind of reset the room and, and then you have a more consistent means of getting past the enemies. It's kind of a skill in itself. But just again, dodge the dogs. You know they're there now at this point of this guide, so That was pretty clean. I'm surprised I didn't get attacked on my way out. It's very clean. Now there's a dog that spawns like near that fountain, and that's why he bit me right here. So just run and hope for the best. And just go straight for that ladder and leave. Now we're gonna go see Enrico. Enrico has the hexagonal crank that we need. This room is empty right now, but on the way back, 2 hunters will spawn here. Now, after we grab the crank, a hunter is going to spawn, and we're just going to run right past the guy. You're going to hear him. It's going to scare you. It's fine. Just run. Just run, 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 run. Do exactly what I did. Because the hunter is kind of dumb. What he does is like he appears, and then he like taunts, and it gives you way more than enough time to just run right past him. And that's actually the case for a lot of the hunter encounters in this game. Stay on this side of the wall. You will hear that hunter lunge just like that, and you'll be fine. And we don't need this crank anymore, so we're going to deposit that crank. We only need the hexagonal crank. We don't need the square crank anymore. And this is just, you know, doing this shit. I'm going to grab this green herb right here, I think. Yeah. Use it to heal in a little bit. Now, you might notice that I don't have a knife with me. And you're going to need it in a second because I'm about to fight the spider. We are going to run away from this Cocoa Pebble. It's cuckoo for Jill. And we're going to run in here. Now, this, I have to pause when I go in. It's really important. Let me actually wait. It's going to like show this little cutscene. I need you to see like the camera angle right here. Okay, right when he disappears. Okay. So you see, I'm going to hightail it this way around the spider. Okay. I'm going to hug this wall, and you're going to see me grab the knife and go straight to the door. Watch. I'm going to hug the wall, grab that knife, and go straight to the door. And there's a reason why. So let me pause it real quick. Like when I get back to there, right here. So the spider is like in this vicinity, and you want to hug this wall and go around here, because the moment it starts, he has a tendency to lunge at Jill or lunge at Chris, whoever you're playing as. And when he does that, running against that wall just like that immediately is like the best way to dodge him. And now I'm going to go straight for this door, and I'm going to knife these webbings. And if the black tiger isn't even a spider, if it attacks me, it attacks me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It does hit me, I think, once, and then it spits acid at me. The acid can cause poison effect. And you see Jill gets laid out like that because I don't know where the spider is. So we're just going to go ahead and knife the door. And look, you saw that he spit acid at me and actually destroyed a webbing. That's actually pretty good. And if you get poisoned, there's blue herbs right here. So don't worry about that at all. You will be okay. At this point, it's just puzzles. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the video. Okay, before I forget, so this Cocoa Pebble is going to immediately activate. Just hold up and you will be safe. Just hold up and Jill will go directly there and you'll be safe. So, time for boring puzzle time. Alright, on the way back, we're going to go back to the spider room. And if you just do exactly what I do here, you will more than likely not get hit. Oh, I think I went back for the healing item. So, yeah, good job, Pass Belko. Yeah, make sure you grab this. That way you can just have a healing item on you, because guess what? It's a first aid spray. It's a really good healing item to keep on you. So anyway, now we're going to return back to the spider room. And what's going to happen is the spider is going to like lunge at you almost immediately, okay? So let me pause right here. So what I'm going to do is, this is Joe's left side. I'm going to go directly here and hug the wall and go out the door. And that's going to prevent the spider from hitting me. You heard that sound was it lunging. Now it's not 100% foolproof, but I would say it works about 95% of the time. Forgot what I did here. Why did I stop? Why did I stop? You know what? Actually, you know what's funny? Let me tell you something funny. So I actually put the stuff up that I don't need anymore here. Now, if you feel like you need to save right here, I would actually kind of recommend it. And the reason why is because we're about to kind of encounter Lisa, and so the hunters are right here. Just go straight that way. They will never reach you. You will hear them lunge. Just run. I actually made a mistake here. I like totally went back to Enrico. Like I was on autopilot. I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? And I got hit by this hunter. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. What am I doing? I was just on autopilot, man. I was actually pretty rusty. This is actually the second attempt at making this run. I'm in the process of me trying to make this guide, and I haven't played the game in a while. So this was actually me getting some rust off. So I could have did this better, but at least I can kind of show you that even if you make some mistakes, you'll be okay. 4231 is the password here. 4231. Even numbers, then odd numbers. So this is going to be the Barry scene with the elevator. Nothing exciting really here. So now we're going to encounter Lisa. I'm going to actually go ahead and pause at certain points. Let me explain real quick how this works. So Lisa teleports in this room. You can hear her, but if I wait by this door, she will never come to me because she technically doesn't exist just yet. But whenever you go down the fork, Lisa will always appear where you're going to want to go. Like in the direction that Joe goes in, she will teleport to. So let me explain when I get a different camera angle. So right here, Lisa doesn't exist. Now Lisa exists. So you can't see her, but Lisa's right here to Joe's left. So don't go this way. Do not do it. Just go this way to the right. Don't do what I do in this video. Go this direction, okay? So the key is to basically get Lisa to teleport there and then run back and do that. Do what you gotta do. Luckily, I do have these herbs here, so I grabbed them and I combined them. And basically, you just run out the door to the left here, and there's a little. You just gotta push a box. Nothing really special here at this part. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. See where I'm going? I'm going down these stairs for a reason. Because what's gonna happen when you come down these stairs, if you come down these stairs, Lisa's gonna appear here now. So you're gonna see me turn around and run back the opposite way. But Lisa's now there. She teleported there. And then we're gonna go ahead and go back. Not this way. Don't go this way. I went the wrong way. Oh, I was so rusty. This way. And then we're gonna go get the broken flamethrower and come back to the room again. Barry's gonna ditch us because he's a little bitch. Alright, so we're gonna tango with Lisa one more time. Now, this part's kind of a rodeo. So Lisa's now gonna appear where I'm going because she's gonna teleport where I'm heading to now. So now Lisa's there where that switch is. And I kind of messed up, actually. I should have just hit the switch because regardless, she's probably going to hit you anyway. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Like, you just gotta do it. Like, he heard her swing at me, but she missed me, which is crazy. But I think, did she get me here? No, she did not. Well, she did. Okay. So, yeah. So at that point, you just gotta run straight and then hope for the best. You'll be alright. So in this area, we gotta make sure we grab that box. And also, there's gonna be snakes here that appear that chase you. You're gonna see them kind of right there, the little wave particles. But just run, and they will never hit you. Don't forget to grab this box. You need it. It's a key item to beat the game. And if you, for some reason, get bit by these snakes, there's actually a blue herb kind of close by. And you're about to get to an item box anyway. So if you have a blue herb, then there's a blue herb right there in case you do get bit. But you shouldn't get bit if you just run. I don't know what I was doing here because if for some reason I had anything that I didn't need, you could just put it up. But I would actually keep the book, the East and West, in your inventory before you before you actually fight Lisa later on with Barry. So don't forget, there's a zombie out here still. Okay. Let me pause. Right, the camera angle. Right here, the zombie is right there. So make sure you hug around this tree just like before. Okay, so a zombie is going to be right here in front of Jill, but its back is going to be faced towards you. If you just hold up and run, it will never grab you. You'll hear it lunge, but it will never grab you. And now basically we're going to head back to the mansion and go to the last section of the game. And don't forget to grab this stone and metal object because you need it to beat the game. And we're basically going to run back to the main hall. Remember, there's a hunter out here too. The hunter is kind of in front of Jill. Let me pause right here. The hunter's going to be kind of in front of Jill, a little bit off camera. As long as you run straight past it, you shouldn't get hit. But you hear it like run at you. It's kind of funny. Back to the main hall we go. So we're going to go ahead and use the stone and metal objects. So we're going to combine this ring with the stone ring with the umbrella logo thing. And we're going to use them both and go to the door. So I'm going to recommend that you grab the books, grab an ink ribbon, and you save. You're about to use the books, so we're going to need them. But yeah, make sure you save. This is definitely where you really want to save. And I'm going to kind of do a play-by-play of how this boss battle goes when you can't see the bitch. So yeah, right here we're grabbing both of the last books. I'm grabbing the incendiary rounds actually, and I'm gonna show you when to use those in a moment. Yeah, I don't need the grenade rounds anymore. Incendiary rounds are all you need, really. But I think I kind of forgot that. You'll see. We're about to get Barry's gun, so you'll see. Things are gonna pan out the way they do. So the moment you climb this ladder, the boss fight's gonna start. We're not saving Barry, so you're not gonna give back his gun. We're gonna keep his gun. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. So Lisa is like right here, kind of behind me. But generally it's pretty safe to go and run and push the stone off. Because she's stationary for a little bit. So I'll run past her and you hear her swing at me. Push this down and you're gonna kind of see where she is. Don't go to the left stone. Stay on this right stone right here. Push that off. Lisa's now walking up this way. And we're going to go ahead and push that off. And that's the end of the boss fight. That's it. If for some reason it's more complicated than it needs to be, just reset. Just more often than not, what I did there is a sound strategy. And it will work. Because yeah, Lisa can knock you off and you're dead. That's why you want to save. So go ahead, we're going to grab Barry's gun. And I think I grabbed his photo for some reason. But we're going to need this bad boy for the Tyrant. And also for a Chimera that is in the boiler room later on. So this part's just boring stuff. Putting things into things. And yeah, that's it. All right, so I would actually save right here, because this last section is a little tricky in some places, and it's pretty easy to die. It's a bit more simplistic than the rest of the game. It's pretty straightforward, but again, it's really easy to get killed here for a few reasons, and I'll explain as we go. This section of the game kind of requires me to be a bit active and talk to you. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just doing some inventory management there. All right, so there's a zombie kind of that's going to be right around this corner. I think it does grab me. It's like the zombie's like right here. It's really hard to dodge. Just try your best. You can actually see the reflection of it a little bit. And now there's a zombie down the stairs. Just kind of run past it if you can. And just if he vomits on you, that's fine. But those are the only two zombies that are like really troublesome right now. Now we're going to pull the grenade launcher out with the incendiary rounds. And we're going to shoot into the empty space. There's a zombie right there. And we're going to burn his corpse. And that's going to prevent him from becoming a Crimson Head. Don't use Barry's Magnum for it. And I'll explain why when we get to the Chimera. We're going to use John as the login. Ada as the password. And Cell is the password for opening the basement level 2 door. And don't forget to open the basement level 3. You actually have to have both. So Cell is the password. Saved you a lot of time. Don't go looking for the documents. Please make sure you open basement level 3 because you actually need to open it in the game. And we're gonna head back upstairs. That zombie is now dead. There's another zombie in this room, but it's like on the other side of the area. There's a zombie right here on this difficulty or normal mode. And you just gotta do your best to dodge him. So just, you have the items now and you have the health items, so don't worry about it. I don't know how I avoided him. I didn't mean to take the ammo disc. I thought it was a defense item. I'm gonna grab this first aid spray. The password here is 8462. It's very simple. Straight to the point. We're gonna go ahead and grab the key. that's in this area. That little door that just opened up. Now we're gonna head back to where we set that zombie on fire. We go back downstairs, dodging these zombies that are actually there. I actually ran into the zombie right there at the tip of the stairs. It's where that weird little visible force field that like if you saw Jill kind of struggle getting past him, that's what that was. So we're gonna open both of these doors. This makes some item space. And this is gonna make us discard the key. Now there are two zombies in this room on this difficulty. There's a zombie that's right here, close to the elevator, and a zombie that's like beneath these stairs. I kind of honestly messed this part up a little bit. I should have just shot straight down and killed this zombie here. But you're going to see it like, yeah, throw up on me. That way it won't grab me on the stairs. Again, even though that put me into like orange caution, it's far less damage. So this part's tricky. I'm going to go around this corner, coming up. Watch me kind of play by play. Now, as soon as you turn this corner, there's going to be a chimera here. Usually it's standing still. Sometimes it's on the ceiling. This is why I said to save before you come down here, because of this one fucking enemy. You're going to see me shoot and hope to get it. And, well, just, I don't know, just watch me be silly. I heard it hit the ceiling there, actually. And land on the ground now. It's going to attack me, probably. I don't know where it's at. It's like, where do you go? And then I shoot it here, I think. Because I heard it hit the ceiling. So whenever you hear that, like, thud, it usually means it hit the ceiling or it fell. Now, if it's on the ceiling, it can actually grab you. If it grabs you, use a defense item. But make sure you killed that chimera, because if not, and when you have this fuel supply capsule and it's full of the nitro compound that you're about to go collect right now, and that chimera hits you, you're gonna die instantly. So on my way out, I actually do kill this zombie. I don't know where it's at though. Oh, how did I miss it? But I do kill this zombie because this zombie is an obstacle that can also kill you if he grabs you when you have the nitro compound. And you can hear the moan of the other guy. Who cares? Fuck that dude. Then we're going to go up and go left. Go through this door. And we're going to get the nitro compound. Now, there is a zombie in this room as well. And well, after these messages. Make sure you grab healing items. Don't forget to do all of that. 2 green herbs. It's a pretty good score. We're going to go ahead and go to this door. The zombie is like right here. Like literally right here in front of Jill. It's there on normal mode. So if you play the game enough, you know it's there. So you're going to see me actually shoot it. It's a really weird, you have to just, you know, it's in that vicinity. It's like in that weird field of vision. Then you can get the nitro compound and just walk your way back to the boiler room where you kill that chimera. If you run too much, you will die. If you get grabbed, you die. If you shoot a gun, you die. Now, there is a method, a speedrun method, to where you can actually run and then walk to kind of reset like the danger value that would blow Joe up if you run too much with the nitro compound. But for the sake of this guide, I'm not going to do that. I don't want y'all to fuck this up. So just walk and go all the way back to that chimera area. And that's basically it. Now you might hear the other chimeras like their sounds in the room, but they're actually not going to attack you. They're all actually in the vents, so don't worry about them. Just put the nitro compound into the slot. You have to actually interact with it to put it down. You can't like use it for some reason from your inventory. But now you should be able to freely run. And you're just going to run past all these chimeras. You're going to hear them come out vents everywhere from the woodworks. Just run past it all here. As long as you run, you won't get hit by anything. And just kind of hug the wall and you'll be fine. And here it's tricky because 2 chimeras also spawn. That's a self-destruct mechanism. You want to interact with this computer monitor. And that powers the elevator on. And you're basically just going to run around here and just leave. And just run out. Now, what's really good is when you get back to the hall where the elevator is, you have to go and fight the Tyrant. The other zombie is actually going to despawn. So it's actually pretty awesome that you can just despawn those zombies, really. So I would go into this room and save. And this, in my opinion, really should be the last place you would want to save the game before you beat the game. And make sure, also, I want to also clarify, make sure that you have enough bullets left to kill the Tyrant in the lab. It dies from 1 bullet, from 1 round of Barry's Magnum. Now we're gonna basically just put stuff up. Just keep all your healing items on. As long as you have 1 space, you'll be able to beat the game. Alright, the Tyrant fight. I'm going to pause it immediately. The Tyrant... Okay, so as soon as this screen appears... Hold on, let me actually go back and... Let me go back a little bit. So, I'm going to pause it at the right moment. Hold on. Right here. As soon as you have control of your character, the Tyrant's going to be right here to the left of Joe, okay? You can't see him, but what's great is that this floor is reflective, so you can see the Tyrant when you run past. So what I do is that I run past the Tyrant, and I basically turn around. If you look closely on the ground here, I'm going to equip the Magnum. You can see the Tyrant right here if you look for the reflection. And just shoot him, and that's it. 1 bullet kills it. All you gotta do is grab the key from Wesker's body right there that's on the ground. You have to go to the terminal to operate it and open the doors, which is what I'm doing right here. And then you just gotta leave the lab, and that's it. You beat the game. This is it. So that's basically it. I'm not kidding. Like, the rest is just you running to the heliport and just using the flares to contact Brad. And again, we aim for the bad ending because it's just easier and faster. And there's really no enemies that are going to bother you, even if they do grab you. Chimeras actually do spawn in here if you trigger them. But if you do it right, you shouldn't get them at all. Now, when you go up the stairs, all the zombies here are actually going to be like on this floor. So there's going to be a zombie like right here. And they can grab you. And it's fine if they grab you because you should have more than enough healing items. Yeah, there's one right there and one right here to just grab me. But it's not going to matter because you're just going to escape. Climb the ladder. Go through this door, unlock it. You're going to run and grab the battery that's on the ground here after this cutscene. When we get there, jeez. Right there, there it is. You're going to put the fuse unit into its little slot. Joe's going to automatically go in the elevator. And then you're going to grab the flares and just use them once you get out of here, and that's it. Congratulations, you did it. I'm proud of you. that's it. Just go to the menu, use it, you won. And that is Resident Evil on Invisible Enemy mode. On normal difficulty. Why I did not do hard? Because I feel like it's pointless to do it on hard. Because hard just makes it to where enemies just do more damage to you.
You did a fine job.
And you see that I even like the achievement down below. Ghost of a Chance on this recording. So yeah, that's basically it. So after you beat the game, and if you beat it under 5 hours, you get some special this right here. You get a little special thing. I actually do turn off the that there it is. It goes away so you can actually get a clearer image of it. And this is like you see costumes, and there's like a special message from the director. And it's just fun to look at. I just wanted to show it off so people who never seen it before can see it, which I think is fun. Just, by all means, look at it, pause the video. All right, I'm actually going to go ahead and read this myself. I'm actually going to pause it and just read it because it's cool. So it says, "Thank you for taking the time to play all the way through Biohazard Resident Evil. If you're reading this letter, I salute you. You are truly a remarkable player. I imagine you must have had some pretty memorable experiences along the way." Pretty interesting. I think that's pretty cool. I agree. I personally did have some. "The pain of seeing the game over screen time after time, the sweet taste of victory after you finally beat the game, the feelings of camaraderie you shared with your character, the excitement, and the overwhelming sense of dread. We believe that games are more than just a product of a team of developers. It takes support of dedicated players like you to make a game worthwhile. For this reason, we are truly delighted when someone enjoys one of our games as thoroughly as you have." Which I do. I very much love these games. Therefore, on behalf of the entire staff, please allow me to express our gratitude and congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you very much for playing. Shinji Megami, Development Team Director. Pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I hope this guide helped you. I actually plan on doing a Chris run, and I might just do it in a live stream on Twitch, which will be pretty fun. I should be doing that in the next few days before school starts back up. And in terms of me like uploading content, it's only been a while because I've been studying actually to get a PhD in chemistry. And so a lot of my time has been me studying chemistry. So I hope you understand that. And thank you so much for your support. And I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing day. Have fun, and see you next time.
Select your hero.